Gills Arena is now the arena. They've gone from 5 NBA shows a week, award-winning 5 NBA shows, down to 2 NBA shows a week. So last night, I believe it was last night, maybe the night before. No, I think it was last night. My brother was on Gills Arena, or the arena, or Gills playback.tv / Gilbert Arenas. They had a conversation. It's a little bit of a lengthy conversation. We're going to listen to a good bit of it as to what happened and what we can learn from this.
Okay, let's do it.
Somebody else's arena. It's Gills Arena. So why y'all only doing it twice?
No, it's the arena.
The YouTube channel formerly known as Gills Arena.
Can y'all talk about that though?
Can we talk about what?
How like the new season?
I mean,
you probably know as much as.
I was gonna ask how often y'all gonna do it.
2 times a week. 2 times a week, brother.
Oh man.
Hey, we a podcast.
We already know.
I just want to see how often y'all was gonna do it, because I see other things going on. So I was just asking.
Well, according to reports, I know you're trying to be messy and instigate, but according to reports,
I'm not. I'm asking a question.
Hey,
this is a very serious question. That's
be messy, please. We need it.
I'm just asking how often y'all gonna do the show on a weekly basis. How often?
We've gotten 2 full days to do the show. We'll be on Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Just 2?
That's the information we were given. 2 days.
Yeah, not 5.
Wednesday, Thursday.
Like go from 4 to 5. We're gonna go from 4 to 2. You see them 3? You see them 3 trophies right there? 1, 2, 3. That's 2025. That's what we won. And then we won 2025.
What are these awards?
This is
real quick. I just want to ask a question. If you had to rank, if we're talking about relevance in the basketball space, where do y'all think that Gills Arena now ranks as far as relevant content, relevant shows, most important shows in the basketball space in 2025?
To a mainstream audience, it can't be lower than 3. It's a top 3 show.
That's what I was gonna say. 3.
Yeah, probably. I'm not gonna lie. It's in the 2. Y'all be in the 2. Outside of First Take.
I was gonna say, what are some other shows that y'all would name?
First Take and Gills Arena, probably. Cam and Mace is close.
I would say like Colin for like
Kyle Hurd is cool.
Not black people though.
Yeah, Kyle was cool.
For the mainstream audience, yeah, I guess the Herd now. Yeah, the Herd, Gil, and then I feel like I'm glazed if I say pick a side, huh?
Because they're not in this conversation.
I'm glazed if I say
they're not in this conversation. Nick Wright, and Colin Cowherd, I think they also deviate from basketball, so that's why I think Gills is above them. And then, what is Shaq and them still doing their thing?
Nah, let's keep going.
There's your answer.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
There you go.
Won Telly Awards. We won some Telly Awards, and we won Webby Awards.
I know Webby. I don't know about no Telly.
Yeah, we won Telly and Webby's, and we got 2 days now.
Wait, why are y'all niggas acting like it's somebody else's arena? It's Gills Arena. So why y'all only doing it twice?
No, nigga, it's the arena. As soon as the cops put their motherfucking cuffs on my the Gil was taken off. That shit went from Gil to duh.
Not even duh. Gil THE the correct.
Just want to point out what he said when he got arrested that time for the house stuff. It went from Gills to the. Keep going.
Regular,
THE.
Now, Dudley, I could have rolled with him. All right, shit, I can't even.
All right, a little bit.
Here we got this.
What does that say on that, Brandon? I can't read my eyes. My vision is blurry now.
It's presented to Gills Arena for passing 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
Oh, it does say Gills Arena on that.
Yeah, we're going crazy, but we only own 2 times.
Why you got a small one?
Huh?
Why you got a small one?
I don't know. They didn't give us the big. I don't know why the big ones didn't come out.
I don't know.
They switched them though. The big ones they don't do the big ones no more.
What?
Okay, he doesn't know. Mo doesn't know.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, that was a nightcap one.
You can chime in as well. What was the most viewed sports show on YouTube in January of 2025?
You mean January, February, March, April, May, June? What?
And July. Okay.
Gills Arena?
Oh, you mean all the way until we took a break?
Do we take a break?
Oh, Gills Arena.
Yeah, Gills Arena.
So it's like, so y'all just cutting out so so the football show can breathe, or what y'all doing?
Yeah. Lo, these are great questions.
I think we got to wait till the.
You know what it is, Lo? And here's the business part.
You have to wait till the football season is over?
Oh, okay, so here from the business side.
So y'all got to get the fuck out the way?
No, that's it. From the business side of it is when it comes to like fantasy and betting companies, for some reason, football generates more money, right? So like football season, on how everything goes every week, a lot of these companies make a lot of money during the football season. So how they're going to do for the year is depicted on football, not basketball. So no matter how great our numbers are, business-wise, football generates the most money with the fantasies and all of that. So, so it's not about how great our show is; it's how much money is generated through the sport. We were just an anomaly. no one knew we was going to bust out like we did, right? They had us as basketball, and they had like 9 football shows, and we was outperforming all of them combined.
But you're saying y'all generate more for fantasy, not from a viewership standpoint.
No, we do both.
Okay, pause. He's saying they generate more money for not only fantasy, viewership wise, than any other underdog platform, platform. And I mean, they're just the best. The Webby Awards, most viewed show on YouTube for sports. They are literally just the best. Full stop. There's no question about it. Hands down, the best. And they got their chain snatched.
I'm not gonna lie. Not to agree with someone else who got their chain snatched today. He ain't said nothing I disagree with so far. He ain't said nothing. He ain't said nothing that I'm surprised with. I think everything he's saying is pretty true. I obviously wouldn't lie about his own status, and then just the football thing, that doesn't shock me. I'm still curious as to why. What is the definitive change to it? Like, is Gills Arena more of a basketball mindset thing to the point where it just made more sense?
Gills Arena don't exist no more.
Yeah, and say, do you think somebody is going to go from number 1, and they're just going to say, "Yo, just take that off the air," even though it's doing the best numbers? They're not going to let it taper off before they make that decision.
Yeah. I'm curious. I'm very. That's why I'm not jumping the gun. Something going on, man. Now I'm intrigued.
We know what's going on. I don't know why we acting oblivious. I personally, hey man, Gil, that's tough, twin. I don't know what to tell you. It was years ago where I said, yeah, man, I don't care about rappers crying about their bad record deals that they signed. You sign a bad deal, don't cry to me about your bad deal. It was Bradley Beal's last contract where I said, you know what? If you sign this next deal, if you sign for a super duper max, I don't want to hear you crying about winning games, signing a super duper max on the Wizards. I said that on this pod. I want to hear it. I'm not trying to hear all the sass and all the subtle shots you want to throw an underdog or whoever is fronting the bill, because you went from your basement streaming from your desktop to now you have this big corporation pushing you, and you signed to a 49-51, 60-40, whatever your deal was that led it to be, if anything happened, they can strip your name off your product. It wasn't your product to begin with. And that's fine. It happened. Business is business. It's strictly financial. I don't know if I'm supposed to feel bad listening to this. I don't know if we was number 1, but now we just gonna take a back seat. Yeah, buddy. That's what happens when you don't actually own your entity or your property.
Yeah.
Stuff like this can happen to you. And what I'm supposed to do? Cry? Whoop-de-doo.
I perhaps phrased it wrong because I don't necessarily honestly feel bad either. I mean, I don't know if it was picked up, but when I saw the arena and I saw underdog, I was like, oh, underdog. I'm just really of the lens, really like, why would they want to do it? You know what I mean? Like,
engine optimization.
Well, I'll tell
Say
you.
you're a YouTuber. You type in, you go on Google, you type in Gilbert Arenas. You're gonna have ABC, CNN, Fox News. Yo, gambling, right? This investigation, as soon as lawsuits start dropping, that when people search it, is going to be synonymous with that. So you're going to be competing with your own search engine with the lawsuit. So we're going to change the name to The Arena, and that way we can separate the.
Wouldn't that be like a safer network though? And this is like, because like if you search for Gills Arena and those things pop up, but you're a Gilbert Arenas fan, 90% of the time you already know what went down. Wouldn't it just be like a safer thing? I guess that's only better for reoccurring people, and that's not favorable for newer viewers, I guess.
I'm
thinking about that on the fly.
Let's finish playing it, because it definitely gets interesting still.
Y'all perform everybody in both categories.
I'm saying for y'all though. I'm assuming the reason why is because they are willing to provide more for the football show.
Yeah, I guess they got a football show that they think can help them get those numbers that they're looking for. So they want to try it out. So they're gonna try it out for this year and see what happens. No, but look, low. I'm gonna be on playback. We're gonna be on playback, low. So yeah. So I'm gonna do my thing, low. It don't matter. We're gonna be on here.
Yeah.
We just ain't gonna be in the arena.
Oh, Lord, I got that media
We in
credential
office.
too. For,
we gonna be in office, Lo.
Okay, I gotta go to Milwaukee for sure.
We're gonna be in battle mode, Lo. I might shit. Hey, look, to be honest, Lo, I got so much time. I might fuck around, come to your crib. Oh, what you doing over there, man? You know what I mean? Have one of those 24-hour streams.
No, we're not doing that. But I hear you. I hear you.
So we have a question.
24-hour stream, Lo?
I'm not doing a 24-hour stream. What the hell?
We have a question from 2K God. He said,
You know,
question from 2K God. He said, if football is popping, why do they have to take over your channel? Why couldn't they make their own channel and make that pop?
Let me slow it.
Question mark.
Oh man,
That's what we would have said. That was the argument. But as a family,
am I asking too many questions?
no. As a company, no. As a company, you don't want to start from the beginning. Most people don't like the grind of anything, right? You know, they want something that's already turnkey and go. So why should they start from the beginning? Listen, we are expensive. We're not your average podcast expenses. We get paid a lot of money. So because they pay us a lot of money and we not taking no pay cuts in here, if they say your ass gonna do 2 days a week and we want to try what they do for 3 days a week and we keep our money, hey man, hey, do your thing, man. We'll see. Shit. Do your thing, man, right? Because at the end of the day, we can say, oh, hell nah, fuck that. And then they start cutting contracts. So if they want to go ahead and try 3 days a week until football season's over with and then recheck their hand, cool. Everybody still got their jobs.
Employment is key.
I can tell you this. I can tell you this. With the way our contracts is doing, they could say, hey, man, we're going to let about 6, 7 of y'all go and turn y'all ass into. Yeah.
I'm kind of confused. And again, I feel like I'm asking too many questions, so I'm not.
No, you can take over this playback right now, sir, because if you ask questions, we can answer them. We will not bring these topics up.
We ain't no sellouts.
Okay, because this is now forcing me to ask very specific questions just because how familiar I am with the community and like what's going on in the space.
Okay.
So I'll just cut to the chase. Who owns the channel?
50-50.
Oh, okay. Well, it sounds like 49-59. I mean, 51-49.
No. Well, okay. So here was the deal. So because this is my question.
Okay.
So this was my original channel that I built.
Okay.
When I started podcasting and then went to Fubo. And then because we was on linear, we was on Fubo Network.
It's the same channel from that? It's the same channel from Fubo?
Yeah, no, but I had Fubo create their own channel, and this channel stayed dormant from 2018 to 2023. So basically what I did is I said, here, we can use my channel instead of going with what was that, Showtime? Josiah, what was that first company I was trying to come in?
What Showtime basketball, right?
Yeah, so I said instead of us going on Showtime, I got a YouTube channel. And I said, listen, I'll give you guys 50% of the YouTube channel if you guys fund it. If you guys can have full control, like where it comes to thumbnails, creating, because I didn't know nothing about none of that. So you guys.
That's how they get you every time.
There's a number in there too that it needs to be acknowledged. Apparently, expenses on the channel, $4 million. Hold on. A month.
Slow, I ain't stupid.
A month?
$4 million a month. Wait, damn. Let me keep playing it though, because I want him to break it down. I want Gil to get the opportunity to break this down.
Had the infrastructure. You give me the infrastructure, we're good. And that's how it went.
How long does that last?
I'm a free agent, and we're me and Joe free agent this summer. BJ just signed a 2-year deal, right? BJ, you just signed. You got
number 26.
Yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess there's other questions that need to be asked, but we won't ask them now.
We can ask, man.
We said enough. We've said enough.
No. Here's the thing: is whatever question you ask, we asking the same thing. We asked the same thing. It was one of those things, man, where when you're sitting here, you talking about, I'm thinking, listen, we're gonna go 5 days a week. They're gonna start a new channel, and they're gonna do, they can start off at 3 days a week. And I was like, well, we don't spend this kind of money for those guys, and we have y'all big contract. As a business, we're not really making any money off you guys. You guys are doing great, but the sponsorships ain't coming in. For us to pay for the skips and nothing, we got to let some of your guys go. You see, when you started hearing shit like that, you be like, all right, no, put it on the same channel. Because the last thing I want to do is, you got, Lexi. I can already see the people that are going to start letting go, and I'm like, not right now, man. We ain't got time for that. We move it. 2 old doctors in the ninth inning.
Damn.
Here's a secondary thought. I've done a few things on the internet and social media. Some of you may know. Check out Memes and Nightmares on Hulu when you get a chance. The other thought is just to embrace the LaQuint Dickey model and say, I'm going to work you niggas to death. to get my bread back. So
Hey,
instead of 2
look,
days,
hey,
how you go 7?
It's a lot of questions to be asked. But I ain't, because I'm gonna get real
Oh,
nasty.
bases loaded too. Let's go. That's not even that.
Just say
I don't
man.
Question, legend.
You know, we got to mail them the million plaque.
I come from everybody that I know from that side of the internet owns everything that they do. AMP owns that. When AJ and I was doing playback and peer to peer, we own that. Bro, we and I've every YouTube channel I've done, I've owned. Davis, every channel he owned. Kai, Duke, Phantom, they've all owned. So the idea of like someone owning something that they don't, I've never in my life. Matter of fact, I even convinced niggas to cut off they CMCs so they weren't nobody taking no cuts at all.
He's talking about MCNs. Gil goes on to talk about, and I don't know where it is. There's another clip that I want to play from the Joe Budden podcast, actually, where he talks about, but just continuing on, Gil says, well, essentially, their expenses were so high, the channel didn't make enough money to cover their monthly expenses, which would be the $4 million a month. So there's no way that they could just, you know.
But okay, I don't want to do no insider trading here, but the reason their expenses were that high, though, is they're going off the number that they were able to give people based on their underdog deal. So that's like, if I had a podcast, Omar coming on my podcast might be one price, but if I go get GameStop to sponsor my podcast, I might be able to give Omar like 10x that. But now that is my monthly expense. So it wasn't like yeah.
I have some information. I won't be sharing all of the information that I have. Those are different conversations. Essentially, they gave away their name for this bag that Underdog has sold them, and now they don't have the creative freedom and the creative control. I mean, it really, really is that simple. I think what Gil doesn't realize about the game, though, is that, I mean, he's getting bent over bad. What's interesting about these new deals, because I talked to somebody about these new deals, and it's about another streamer, woman streamer, and she had a subathon, she had a marathon, and I was trying to figure out. Well, I was talking to this person. I was like, why would this company give this streamer $10,000, but they only pull 200 live viewers?
Rainbit.
Hold on. I said, why would they give them that type of money? They was like, well, the new model is we're gonna just brand you in the back. We're gonna put the physical brand in. We don't even need you to do an ad read. Granted, we're gonna get you an ad read every once in a while throughout the stream, but for the most part, we're gonna have the logo here of Frank's Hot Dogs, Frank's Hot Dogs, Frank's Hot Dogs. What's gonna happen is, not only if you clip it and it only pulls 500 views, who cares? If you make a short and it only gets 2,000 views, who cares? What's going to happen is there are going to be 70 people clipping your live stream at any given moment, and Frank's Hot Dogs are going to be in the back. I can generate 1 billion views off of you in a week. I can generate, and you're only going to, in reality, that much of you getting slutted out should generate more funds for you. But in reality, you're only getting $10,000. I'm getting, at the end of this deal, 4 billion views. If you've seen Gills Arena, he can't do nothing. That's his basement. Remember that. That's his basement. He can't do nothing in his basement without it being Underdog in the back. He can't even say, y'all, my basement flooded. Hold on. And we go down there and he shows some comical TikTok about his basement flooding without an Underdog sponsorship being in that. He's getting bent over. $4 million for editors and hey, Dre, Mark, Cruz, Av, Steve, Painter, whoever works on Let's Keep It a Buck production side, I'm gonna let you know right now, there's no world in which you'll get $4 million. There's no world.
Start your own channel.
And on top of what Omar's saying, in 15, 20 years, they're going to make a Angel Reese or Caitlin Clark documentary. And you know where they're going to pull a clip from? Gilbert Arenas. That clip is still going to be circulating 20 years from now.
With Underdog in the background.
With Underdog in the background. Forever. Think about this. We've shown clips of Gilbert Arenas on this platform. We did a best of clip. Best of Gills Arena. That people don't understand how slutted out you are getting when you take them type of deals.
I just think they don't care. They keep it very. Again, it's a lot of former athletes. It's a lot of former athletes that are getting put in these situations because they're trying to cut corners. They're cutting corners to get in this position. Why would I pull a Kwame Brown and start from inside my pickup truck and curate and build this foundation to try to build my channel up when I can just say F it? Y'all can. They look at it as you getting fronted all this money or whatever, and they're gonna make it up on the back end. You give me X amount of dollars, like Gil said, you handle all the real work it takes to be a podcast, content creator, streamer. Y'all handle all that. Just pay me to sit down, talk when I gotta talk, and leave, and I'm happy. They good with that. But what happens is a year go by, 2 years go by, the numbers look great. Everybody, the praise you're getting, no one's praising Underdog for curating these clips. No one's praising Underdog for these thumbnails. No one's praising Underdog for clipping stuff together, paying for marketing, whatever it is to get Gilbert Arena seen. All he's seeing is, hey man, Gills Arena is the talk of the town in the sports world. I'm that guy. I created this. This was my original channel. Then them shackles hit your wrist. Now you realize, dang, they could just take my name off of my channel. Yes, buddy. You signed a 49.5%, 50, whatever it is, 50.5% deal. Yes, that 0.5% came to bite you on the butt.
That 0.01. No, I agree with you that initially they may not have cared, but here's what I'll actually say they may now. Because I think it happens with a lot of athletes, but a lot of these athletes don't think that they will be a Kelsey Brothers, a Gills Arena, a Pat McAfee, or a Kelsey Brothers even. I think these athletes like respect, like you get the Trey Youngs, the Paul George, and even lower tier athlete with the podcast stuff, and they just kind of, I bet this would be a cool little hobby. Y'all funded, it is what it is. But when it blows up and now the shackles that were once loose and they didn't really care about them, now you are a bigger person in the shackles and now they're getting real tight. And now you're like, damn, well, it'd be nice if I could continue my business in the way that I want to continue it, when maybe even originally they didn't care how long it even is continued. So I think that might be what's going on with them, if I had to guess.
Let me show you something. Yeah, and that's what it really is, Sage. They realize how much money they're not getting. And I'm gonna show you this right here. This is what they're paying for. This is Angel Reese as an example. I'm not going to say 100% Angel Reese is going through this, but I can almost guarantee that all these athletes are going through this. Look at this title and thumbnail. Angel Reese and Sky refuse to travel overseas, talk free agency, infamous headband. Episode 19, Skylar Diggins Smith. Look at the two pictures they chose.
All right.
Look at the next clip over here. That's only getting 2,000 views. This is a podcast episode that's getting 84,000 views. The clip is only getting 2K.
And they're using the same thumbnail.
Look at the thumbnail. It's
exciting. They are charging them on the back end crazy.
Skylar and Angel can't believe how far the WNBA has come. I think we know that that's a trash title. Look at the thumbnail. Now let's go to the next photo. Is that the same picture of Skylar? That's the same picture of Skylar Diggins Smith.
Yep.
Skylar Diggins. I'm sorry.
Skylar Reese's expression is half decently changed. Same exact thing.
And then let's go to the next one. That's slightly different, but they double back in this one. You can go through all these, and it's the exact same. This is what they're paying $4 million for.
This is what they're giving up ownership for.
These are AI titles, AI thumbnails, and that's what they're getting paid a lot of money for. What happens is, because this happened to Shannon Sharp, and I said that when it happened to Shannon Sharp, I don't know how many people need to hear this. They probably don't know this. Shannon Sharp made no money on that Cat Williams video. Full stop. Because of exactly what happened to Gilbert Arenas and the struggles that he's fighting right now. Had to get the little tidbit off first, a little preview clip. People don't recognize what's going on. They come to you and they say, ex-athlete Damo or current athlete Damo, man, you got a lot on your plate, but your voice is powerful, man. We need to hear, all these different things from you. We need to platform you, man. We need to set you up a podcast. Cool. Now, when you set up a podcast to get that you want that quality, right? You want to get that quality. It's going to cost you, man. It's going to cost a lot. You need a lot. You need a lot of X, Y, and Z. They start delving out stuff. Bow, 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 bow. They tell them a number. Now you probably looking at that number and saying, man, that's whack, dog. But then say to yourself, can I do it? Do I even know how to do it? Now, for us, not gonna lie, based off of the little stuff that we got in our rooms, I did the math on my stream earlier. Gang, we have everything that Gilbert Arenas has. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. They use the same roadcasters, they use the same microphones. They might use different lightings, but we still got lights. Cameras the same, lenses the same. They don't use nothing different. And we did not have to give up $4 million a month. We got titles and we got thumbnails that are better. We don't have to give up $4 million a month.
Do you think they would have started gaining $4 million a month though?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think they would have gotten $4 million a month? Like, if they're paying $4 million a month to Underdog, that's what Underdog's getting from them. Do you think they would have got that themselves?
Yes. I'll tell you why at a different time. Yes. 1,000%. And I can say this. They live stream like we live stream. Right? How many times have they been on the top of the leaderboards for Super Chats? In comparison to us who live streams to a third of their audience, a tenth of their audience.
Probably never, right?
Never. We stream. We've had streams where we've live streamed to 600 people and have been 2, 3, and sometimes 1. I think it was like a time or two where we were the most super chatted live stream on any given day on YouTube, full stop. And an audience that's pulling, I looked at them earlier, 13K live. They can't do that? Yeah, holla. I do think so.
Well, but y'all are entertainers though. They're talent. They pull up. Look at me, guys. That's what their whole career has been. Hey, I'm gonna pull up. Has he tween bucket? Oh, they got commercials running. Bet. That's been their whole career. They never been like all right, guys. Yo, Jason got no. They're not doing that. They don't got that mind to do that.
No, they don't, and that's why when everyone was saying, "Oh, the athletes are going to come and take over content creation," no, they're not. It's going to take an athlete. I've said it since day one. It's going to take an athlete that wants to be a content creator to take it over. You can't just be an athlete and take over this space because you got to want to do this. And there's burnout. For everyone gets burned out. So and the people that don't want to do this, that first burnout is usually when they give up. And it could be within the first 3 months. It can be within the first 2 years, but it happens.
I can almost guarantee you that all of them are going through this. I want to play this clip. Apparently Joe Budden had a segment today about my brother.
And I've been watching just think pieces on Gilbert Arenas did a live with a gentleman named Low, who is pretty well informed in his streaming world. He's somebody. I wasn't familiar with him, and the dude Low was just asking him all about his business. And it was Gil, one of his co-hosts, and Brandon Jennings. And he was, all right, so who owns what? All right, so you don't own your shit. All right, so it's 50-50 you and who? Okay, so who owns the YouTube channel? Okay, so how much money? He was grilling him, and it came out that Gil basically, I don't want to call it a 360. The internet is saying that Gil is in a 360. And they're trying to paint that as a bad thing. But it's not always a bad thing.
Right, it's not. Right,
especially when you've made as much money as Gilbert Arenas.
Right.
Gilbert Arenas was already over $300 million.
Yeah.
So him and his co-host and what it costs to keep them and what it costs for the set, that's a lot of money. Gil was saying, yo, they pay for all that. They pay for my talent fees and yada, 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 yada. But anyway, I bring it up to say, I too have been offered situations where
we don't care about that. We just wanted them to glaze low for a second. All I'm gonna say, long story less long, is I think going forward, and it's a slight segue, but we don't have to talk about this. First and foremost, shout out to Kenny.
Oh yeah.
Shouts out to Kenny. That is a testament. He took, let me be clear, he took his licking too. As somebody who was not informed. They're not going to Amazon as through the wire, which I know he would have loved for it to be. But he's been able to bounce back based off of that. But that is a testament to what ownership can look like and you being in the basketball space and what can happen. I think Gil is gonna be okay. But based off of what I heard over these past 24 hours, anybody talking about, yo, Gil did this and this was a smart move. Keep your ownership, gang. This stuff is too easy to learn. This stuff is too easy to learn and maintain instead of leveraging 50% of your platform. It just is.
You wouldn't want to turn like your Twitter usage down from 8 hours a day to 30 minutes a day and turn that into real life for somebody else to like take care of all that for you?
If it meant they coming in and saying, yo, Omar, we really rock with your commentary, gang. That's good stuff. We want you to start talking about Burger King more. In fact, because I also looked at Gills Arena earlier this morning, or the arena earlier this morning, the football show, Gil not even on there no more. Gil not even on it. So if they decided to take me off and put somebody else on there commentating about Burger King, nah, I'm cool.
Sounds like, again, if you don't care, no brainer. If you have a disinterest, it's a side hustle, no brainer. Once it becomes something that you didn't even think of lucratively, let alone do you just have a genuine attachment for it, sounds like a horrible idea.